Sunday, July 24. The dedication. 7 days of consecration had passed. On the 8th day, the priests entered their sacred ministry in the sanctuary. They were starting a work that would continue, though not without interruption, for more than 1,400 years. A work that prefigured the work of Christ in the heavenly sanctuary, the true sanctuary where Christ now ministers in our behalf. Now consider Leviticus chapter 9. What truths are taught by the various rituals that help us understand the work of God for humanity and why we worship Him? Here are excerpts from Leviticus 9. It came to pass, on the 8th day, that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said to Aaron, "Take for yourself a young bull as a sin offering and a ram as a burnt offering, without blemish, and offer them before the Lord. And to the children of Israel you shall speak, saying, Take a kid of the goats as a sin offering, and a calf, and a lamb, both of the first year, without blemish, as a burnt offering, also a bull and a ram as peace offerings, to sacrifice before the Lord, and a grain offering mixed with oil, for today the Lord will appear to you." So they brought what Moses commanded before the tabernacle of meeting, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord. And Moses said to Aaron, "Go to the altar, offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people. Offer the offering of the people, and make atonement for them, as the Lord commanded." Aaron therefore went to the altar. Then the sons of Aaron brought the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood, put it on the horns of the altar, and poured the blood at the base of the altar. And he killed the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons presented to him the blood which he sprinkled all around the altar. Then he brought the people's offering, and took the goat, which was the sin offering for the people, and killed it, and offered it for sin, like the first one. And he brought the burnt offering, and offered it according to the prescribed manner. Then he brought the grain offering, took a handful of it, and burned it on the altar, besides the burnt sacrifice of the morning. He also killed the bull and the ram as sacrifices of peace offerings, which were for the people. Then Aaron lifted his hand toward the people, blessed them, and Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of meeting, and came out and blessed the people. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people, and fire came out from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the fat on the altar. When all the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces. It is hard to imagine what must have gone on in the minds and hearts of Moses and Aaron as they entered the sanctuary and then came out, only to have the glory of the Lord appear before all the people. Though the text does not say what exactly happened, there were a lot of people in the camp at that time, and for all of them to have seen it means that it must have been something spectacular. Perhaps the glory was manifest by what happened next. We read in Leviticus 9:24, "And fire came out from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the fat on the altar. When all the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces." The holy fire appeared as a token that the sacrifice had been accepted. The people responded in unison with a shout of praise, and then fell on their faces in humility before the glory of God's holy presence. What we see here is intense reverence, awe, and obedience. How can we learn to manifest this kind of reverence and joy in our own worship services?